Hi, my name is Christopher Tan. You can call me Chris. I'm 18 this year and I'm from a band called On Curfew. This is my story. Over the recent years, I've been performing solo in my church and also in my school. And it's been pretty fun, but it can be quite challenging, especially because I've been usually singing and playing alone on stage. And that's why my friend had an idea and he wanted to start a band actually. And yeah, that's where it all began. This band is called On Curfew. The name actually came about as a joke, but in the end we decided to take it and just own it because everyone in the band are actually youngsters. So yeah, I guess you can see the relation there because as youngsters most of us are on curfew. And we've been performing many places around Penang, especially in cafes. And it is way better performing as a band because I can experiment around my music and certain instruments that I just love to play as well. And it's really a joy to see the crowd. It's an amazing experience just playing for them. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. When I was just starting to learn music, I actually picked it up when I was pretty young, probably around 4 years old. And the first instrument I actually ever touched was the drums. Yeah, because I remember my mom bought me this little drum set for me to play, and it was pretty fun. Yeah, I remember vaguely how I used to play. I actually never took any drum lessons, so I bet it was pretty horrible. But soon after, I actually picked up piano. I took some piano lessons. My mom actually forced me to take piano lessons, but soon after I also realized that I kind of got bored of it, and at the same time I kind of hated it. But then I started to actually learn by myself, even though I didn't really like piano. So in the end I actually stopped taking lessons, but I did maintain playing the piano at certain points, especially in church, yeah, because I was still serving that. And when I was 14, I saw this guitar in the living room actually, and it's my mom's guitar, but she never really plays it that often. So I decided to actually just pick it up and started learning by myself. Yeah, and it definitely wasn't a regret picking up that guitar because it got me to where I am now. Yeah, so I've technically been learning guitar for about 4 years, and I can really see that change and that progress when I was playing it. And yeah, it's been really fun. And even though I never liked music back then, I really do appreciate it now. Yeah, because it really is something special to me, and I really hope that it can be something special to others and that they can also find a way to appreciate it too. When people see performers on stage, many will think that it's so easy, having that confidence and that charisma. But many people don't really realize that it takes many years for a stage performer to actually, be that successful person you see on stage. And the same goes for me. In fact, it was actually harder for me because when I was growing up, I actually did have some social anxiety, and I was also kind of shy when I was growing up. And I always just felt like I had no friends. And I remember like always sitting alone with back then it was called the PSP console. Yeah, I was just playing with that most of the time in my hands and just living in my own world. And people often think that I have that confidence on stage as if it was a natural born talent kind of trait, but the truth is it took me many years to actually overcome it. So when I started to perform, I actually did remember how bad I did. So how did I begin performing? Well, I actually did start off in church because I felt most comfortable around people, mainly because I did sort of have friends who knew me back in church, and I wanted to use music as a way to set myself free from this box that I created myself, and I wanted to show the world with music that I can show my talents, and I wanted to just use music to inspire others, just like how my family inspired me with their musical talents.
Hi, I actually know Chris since we were kids, and back then when he was a kid, he used to be alone. He has his own circle kind of thing. He would be there alone, sitting down, doing his work and stuff like that. And it was then when he started coming to youth, he emerged from there, he emerged out from his circle, and then he started to play music. And that's when I think that is when he started building up his confidence. He was very into music, that he learned guitar, he can play piano as well, he can play drums, electric guitar and all. So you can see that he's very talented in all these musics, and it was like he was born to play music kind of thing. So yeah, it was like...
Chris is genuinely quite quiet in person. It is pretty awkward the first few times you hang out with him alone, but especially when we perform, I mean, he definitely has a stage presence, especially last minute. If you just tell him, hey, can you do this song, he'll just be like, alright, yeah, sure, just give me a few seconds, I'll find out what the chords are, find out what the lyrics are, and that's incredibly professional, especially at someone his age. I mean, I know people twice his age who can barely do that.
Music has been a pretty interesting journey throughout my life, and it feels like it shouldn't be easy, considering that especially a lot of Malaysian parents may not be supportive of the arts industry, and but thankfully my parents have been fully supportive of this journey of mine. They've allowed me to perform at gigs and cafes wherever I want, and yeah, they have been really supportive throughout the years, and it is pretty unfortunate though that certain Malaysian parents specifically, they don't really appreciate this kind of thing, so they may not even allow their children to be a part of the arts industry. But to me, it is really important. It is just as important actually as a science stream or being a doctor or a lawyer, because those people who make movies, those people who write songs and make music, they have to get their knowledge and they have to build up this skill from somewhere, and I believe that they build it from the arts industry, and I really hope that Malaysians and Malaysian parents can see that too. I was 2 steps away from calling your name, so you would turn around and see me. But I was scared, because the last time this happened, it turned bad. Oh, so bad. Not afraid anymore. Hope you say yes to this question out loud. Be my Valentine, be my wife, be my beautiful angel in my life. Oh, be mine, 'cause you're my melody, you're so sweet. You're my everything I need right now. I need you right now. We finally got to sit down. Don't know what we were talking about, 'cause I got lost in your sensational world. And every time I
mine, be my wife, be my beautiful angel in my life. Oh, be mine, 'cause you're my melody, you're so sweet, you're my everything I need right now. I need you right now. Be my wife, be my beautiful angel in my life. Oh baby, be mine, 'cause you're my melody, you're so sweet, you're my everything I need, baby, right now.